Yes, boys and girls, welcome to Social Studies, Grade 6. Today we are talking about principles of patriotism in the society. The word patriotism comes from the word patriot. A patriot is a person who is ready to defend, who loves and ready to defend his country, even to death. So, patriotism means the act of willingness to love, to defend, and to fight for your country. Now, here we are talking about maintaining the Tanzanian culture. So, first we have to ask ourselves what culture is. So, class, what is culture? What is culture? Good. Culture is the total way of life of a people. A total way of life of a people. So we say culture is the total way of life of particular people or particular family or particular society. Good. Culture is the total way of life of a particular people or a particular family or a particular society. So when we talk about culture, it is the ideas, customs, traditions, and social behavior of a particular people or a particular family or a particular society. Then, the next thing that we need to know before we move forward is society. Class, what is society? When we talk about society, we mean a large group of people living together or living in the same place, right? Or a country sharing laws and culture. A large group of people living in the same place. Same place or a country, right? And these people are sharing laws and culture, among other things. Good. So, this is generally what culture is. This is generally what culture is. So when we talk about culture, we are talking about habits, traditions, and beliefs of a particular society. Now, culture is made up of different elements. There are what is called the elements of culture. Elements what is called the elements of culture. Now, when we talk about elements of culture, these ones are we can say, they are parts of culture. In a layman's language, parts of culture. Different aspects brought together to form culture. So when we talk about culture, culture elements are also known as the aspects of culture. Elements of culture are also known as the aspects of culture. When you were in grade 5, you mentioned, you learned about the following as the elements of culture. We have traditions, we have customs, you learned about arts and craft. As the elements of culture, you talked about clothing, right? You learned about the language. Good. There is also food, the staple food of different societies. These are the elements of culture that we learned in grade 5. Now, in grade 6, we find that elements of culture are grouped into two major categories. The elements of culture are grouped into two major categories. These are customs and traditions. Elements of culture, which are also known as the aspects of culture, are grouped into two major categories. These are customs, and then we have the traditions. Now, when we talk about customs, what do we mean? Customs. Customs as a group of the elements of culture. It includes the elements of culture that can easily change. Elements of culture that can easily change. These ones are also sometimes called the norms of conduct. The norms of conduct. Elements of culture that can easily change. Good. Elements of culture that can easily change. These are customs. We call them the norms of conduct. Norms of conduct. And this includes, when we talk about elements of culture that can easily change, we talk about the greeting styles. The greeting styles, right? In some societies, especially the ladies, they greet while kneeling. And this can change with time. Shikamo. This can change with time. At times, the greeting styles change, and you find that they can greet you in any other way. So, that is greetings. 2, we have the dressing styles. Dressing styles. These ones are customs, elements of culture that can easily change. The second group is known as the traditions. Traditions. These are elements of culture that can not change. They have existed over ages. So these are elements of culture that have existed for a longer period of time, right? And it is not very easy for traditions to change. When we talk about traditions as the element, a group of elements of culture, we talk about staple food. Staple food. For example, we talk about the staple food of the Chad, the staple food of yeah. So we have that as an element of culture. We have language, right? Language, burial ceremonies, good. We have other traditional, other traditions. These include 1, marriage, ceremonies. Good. We have the arts and craft. Now these are what is known as the traditions. These are elements of culture that can never change. Customs, elements of culture that can easily change. When we talk about culture, we talk about total way of life of a particular family, a particular society, and a particular people. Society is a large group of people living in the same place of the country, sharing laws and culture. So this is our lesson today. I hope we shall meet next time. Thank you.